Welcome. I am Ernie Goss, Professor of Economics here at the Hyder College of Business at Creighton University in beautiful downtown Omaha, Nebraska. And today I'm going to report on our business survey, business conditions for the 9 Mid-American states. That's the 9 states stretching from North Dakota and Minnesota to Oklahoma and Arkansas in the south. Of course, that's Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Those are the states, and this is a survey of supply managers identical to the national survey that comes out the first business day of every month. And we've been doing this survey for 20 years now. And what I can say about this survey of supply managers, in other words, if they're seeing it today in the economy, we'll see it later on the next 3 to 6 months. So it's a leading economic indicator, and it is, I'll say now, it's good. The number that came out for the month of June, it climbed to its highest level since March of 2011, and that's obviously good. I'm a little concerned that we're getting a little complacent here. Everything's looking so good and everybody's so positive that obviously anything changes there could really, I won't say put us in a tailspin, but it does concern we economists who, as you all know, we're called the dismal science for a reason. We're always a bit on the negative side. If things are looking so good, we get really concerned that something could break that up. But anyway, what pushed the overall index up for the month of June? The new orders, new export orders, new domestic orders to the highest level since 2010. Obviously, that's a bit after the recession ended, but that's real good. New export orders, because if they're getting orders today, that translates later on to employment, translates later on to production, and that's good. The employment index, out of we have 9 questions we ask each month, and one of them is employment. How's your employment? Surged to its highest level in 2 years, and of course that's obviously good. Where is the growth? Durable goods manufacturing is really good. We're seeing that, and that's connected to energy, that's connected to agriculture. Energy principally in North Dakota, principally in Oklahoma, those 2 states. The other 7 states more on the agricultural side. Food processing was down for the month. Of course, that's non-durable goods, and that's a little bit of a troubling outcome. Now, why food processing, why is it down? Because prices are up, and everybody, all you consumers out there, you know what, you're paying more for food, you're paying more for energy, and we economists tell you, hey, if you take out food and energy, it's not so bad, and that's what you buy. That's a ridiculous statement. I'll not make it here today. Inflation gauge, while it was down for the month, and that's our wholesale price inflation gauge, it's still elevated from this time last year, showing a little bit more inflationary pressures than I'm comfortable with. Now, Janet Yellen, the head of the Federal Reserve, she's more comfortable with it. But I live in the midsection of the country. We're concerned about inflation. We're concerned about food inflation. We're concerned about energy inflation and how that affects the overall economy. I'm not saying it's up to the level of concern, but it is an issue. Keep an eye on that going forward. All of you economists out there, all you consumers out there, all you business men and women who are making decisions based upon, I think, some of our survey results. Now, looking at the confidence index, up as well. And again, I'm getting concerned here. This is sort of a Goldilocks economy, meaning not too hot, not too cool. And again, we economists get concerned when things look so good that you could have some changes to that, and it could introduce volatility. What should you watch going forward, you consumers, you business men and women out there? Let me invite you to look at the Purchasing Management Index, the national numbers that come out the same day as ours. So August the 1st will be the next numbers. Watch out for that number. If it gets above 60, you've got concerns about too much inflation. Gets below 50, obviously got some issues about recession, but we're not nowhere close to recession right now. That's right now as I speak here on the first business day of the month of July. Watch the inflation numbers which come out the middle of the month. That number gets above 3% annualized. I get concerned in terms of interest rates. Those would be rising accordingly. And finally, check the employment report which comes out this Thursday. That's July the 3rd. And obviously, normally it comes out on the first Friday of the month, obviously with July the 4th, falling on Friday. They're releasing, the Bureau of Labor Statistics releasing on Thursday. So, putting it all together, a good report. I expect the numbers to be good. I expect that to translate in an expanding economy in the next 3 to 6 months until we meet again here. This is Ernie Goss with the Hyder College of Business at Creighton University in beautiful downtown Omaha, Nebraska. May your economic cup runneth over. Thank you.